And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzo Goose, back with you for another Convergence review. This time it is Convergence, Batman Shadow of the Bat, issue 2 of 2, written by Larry Hama, with pencils by Rick Leonardi, inks by Dan Green. And the title of this story is Home is the Sailor. And the entire battle between Wetworks and Batman and Azrael take place on a freighter ship or some kind of massive ship. This I wanted to like this particular series so much because I'm a huge Larry Hama fan. He wrote the entire Marvel run of G.I. Joe, and he's writing G.I. Joe Real American Hero for IDW, which continues that continuity. I love his writing on G.I. Joe. I absolutely love him. I liked his Wolverine stuff. I've liked other things that I've read him write in the past. But this book, it pains me to say that this was probably one of the worst Convergence books in my personal opinion. And I say that with all due respect to the creators involved in this book. Okay, so Wetworks, I read very little of the original Wetworks, and I didn't follow them through as Wildstorm grew and became part of DC and all this stuff. And so I don't have a whole lot of history with those characters. Their team is focused on saving their city at all costs. They are very committed to doing that at the risk of everyone. Several times in this issue, they are very willing to kill a child that's just on deck just to get to Batman and Azrael. And I don't care who they are. I know they were, from what I remember, they were a little bit of a darker team, and they did do that kind of thing, but it felt so forced that, oh, let's kill the kid. I mean, one of the characters, a woman, I don't even know what her name was, she was like, I'll kill that kid, no problem. I'm just like, really? These are military black ops kind of, shouldn't they be heroes? I understand and they said it repeatedly, we're not going to weigh the whole city against the life of one kid. And I get that in dire circumstances when it pertains to, sacrifice one to save the many kind of thing. I get that mentality, especially in, in a military environment. But in this particular case, it just seemed a little off. It seemed a little forced to me. And Batman, there was a lot of information here. There was a lot of information dumps. They find this lady, the mother of the kid, and they're trying to protect her, and she's like telling them about the ship, and she's like just info dumping left and right. Oh, this is what this part of the ship does. This is what this part of the ship does. His dad, she's talking about the kid's dad all throughout it, and it's just like, and Batman's just having this conversation with her, and he's like, oh, I was wondering where this and that. It did not feel like Batman at all. And it just felt very odd to have this deep, long, drawn-out conversation in the middle of a battle for your lives. It just, I don't know, it just did not work. It felt like it was supposed to be this touchy-feely movie in the middle of a Batman war movie. It was weird. It was an odd juxtaposition between those genres here, and it just didn't work for me personally. Let's see. I don't even know where to go from there. At the end, I have to say, this totally felt out of the character, and this is just a minor spoiler, but Azrael said, wow, I came here to destroy this ship, and I ended up saving it. Go figure. And Batman says, I have no words. And the little kid says, I do, hero. Really? Come on, Hama, you're better than that, man. I'm sorry. But that was the cheesiest little exchange I've ever seen in a Batman book since, like, I don't know, the older stuff where like the live action series was coming out, stuff like that. It was that level of Batman cheese there. It didn't fit, especially with the 90s Batman Azrael relationship. That whole thing, it just did not fit for me at all. The art also was just it wasn't the greatest art that I've seen. Some of the it felt unfinished. It felt awkward. A lot of the character designs were just a little bit off. Anatomy was off. There were the backgrounds looked pretty good, but the figure work really needed a lot of work, in my personal opinion. And I don't know if it was the there's a lot of factors that go into a comic. Sometimes the wrong inker or the wrong colorist can change things. So I don't know if whose fault it was, the penciler, the inker, the colorist, or if it was just this combination, or if they were rushed to get it done, or what. Because I don't want to say anything negative about these creators. In regards of, they have no skills, that kind of thing, because, that's just not true. But something was not working here, and it just, I don't know, the color palette was kind of orangey in places, and especially with the skin tones and everything. I don't know, it just didn't work. And again, going back to the dialogue at the beginning, the two characters from Wetworks, Dane and Dozer, they kept saying each other's names over and over again at the end of every sentence. I saw this, Dane. Did you, Dozer? Yes, Dane. And it was just like, who talks like that? That just felt so unnatural to me. So, this pains me. I don't like giving negative reviews when I can help it, but this book was just, it was definitely one of the worst Convergence books, in my personal opinion. And that, like I said, pains me so much to say, because it's Larry Hama, and I have so much respect for his talent, his abilities to tell a story. But this just did not work for me. So I'm going to give this one a 2 out of 5 for Convergence Batman Shadow of the Bat, number 2 of 2. And overall, I think the whole series probably a 2.5, 2.5. I enjoyed the first issue more than this one, I believe. So there you go. So that wraps up this review. Check out all the other Convergence reviews here on Comic Frontline's YouTube channel, and all the other content we have as well. Check out comicfrontline.com, comicrelated.com, zone4podcast.com. Together, your number one source for your comic news, reviews, podcasts, and so much more. Tune in every Tuesday around 9:15, 9:30 p.m. Eastern for the live show as we talk comics and so forth. Tonight, we are talking about the season finales of The Flash, Arrow, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Plus, we'll do a little bit of comic talk and some other things, so tune in for that. And if you feel so inclined to check out what I'm doing, head over to lastemberpress.com and stay tuned on Where's My Tail on YouTube, because my free comic book day haul, mine and Lisa's haul, is going to be going up this week, hopefully tomorrow. And you can check out everything over there as well. So until next time, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of this issue and what you thought of this review. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.